God. So this one, yesterday's was about praising God and remembering all the good things that God has done for us, which is a great reminder for us anytime. Thank you, Melinda. I'm super happy. I think I'm still walking on cloud nine, but boy, did I sleep good last night. I went to bed and I was out. It was wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and get started this morning. So the first one, I'm going to do the 25th, which was yesterday's, all right? And we are in 2 Samuel, verse 25, 50. Chapter 25, verse 50. And it says, "Therefore I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing the praises of your name." Now, I had to look this one up because I'm thinking, wow, this, and again, sounds so familiar, right? Because we always have David praising God. And I thought, I wonder if I already did this one. It just seems like it's very similar to one I had done previously. And it's not the exact same chapter. And I try really hard not to repeat any verses. In fact, look how cool this is, guys. So I don't know whether you are keeping track of the verses that you are doing, but I do. Let me find my papers here. I had them here, and I just took them out. Oh, goodness, where did I put them? Here you are. So I keep track of all of the verses, and I had this available for free in the group if you're looking for it. I keep track of all of the verses that I do. So these are the Old Testament ones, and every time I read the whole chapter, whenever I have a verse. So these are all the ones in the Old Testament that I've done since July, and those are the chapters I've done. And this is the New Testament. So these are available. I'll go ahead and put a link to you so you can have it. I love to do this because I don't read through the Bible chronologically, or I don't read through it, chapter by chapter. I love doing it this way, and eventually I'm going to get through it. There's a couple of books. Colossians, I'm almost through. James, I'm almost through. There's a couple other. Timothy, I'm almost through, which is really cool. Ephesians, we're almost through. So that means I've almost read these books, and tons of Psalms. Heck, we've been through a lot of Psalms with this one, right? Because of all of the talk about David and praise, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get back here. We're going to go back to the first one. Let me see here. Make sure I got it up here. The 25th. So, 25th. Yeah, yesterday was 2 Samuel 22, verse 50. "So therefore I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing the praises of your name." So David, again, is praising God. He's remembering all the great things that God has done for him. Protected him from his enemies, helped defeat him over other nations. And David still keeps praising him, right? Now, when something good happens to you, you want to shout it out to the world, right? Like, for example, yesterday when my daughter had her baby in the morning, I wanted to shout it out to everybody, but I waited until they had had a chance to tell other people about it. But it was so hard to actually have to wait, right? But when something happens to you personally, how many of you cannot wait to let others know about it? I know I do. I want others to know about good things that are happening so that I can share in that joy. And we all have good things happening to us every single day in our lives. And as believers, we know that God's behind those good things, right? Not only do we wake up every morning, we can breathe, we can move, even if we're in pain a little bit, but we also have the salvation of Jesus Christ given to us, right? Don't be like so many others who take things like this for granted. We need to realize how much God has blessed us, and we need to tell everyone that we meet about our amazing God. We need to be more like David, and we need to have a song on our lips at all times. And it's funny because then the next chapter kind of goes along with that. It's about praising God even when bad things are happening to you, right? So today's verse, we are in Jonah. Day 26 is Jonah 2:9. So Jonah says, "But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed I will make good. I will say salvation comes from the Lord." So now most of us, we remember Jonah from the story of him being in the belly of the whale, right? Because he didn't want to do something that God wanted him to do. So let me give you a little history on Jonah. Now, not long after the ministry of Elijah and Elisha, another prophet came to the northern kingdom of Israel, and his name was Jonah, and he was from a city near Nazareth. And one night the Lord spoke to him, and he told him that he needed to go to the great city of Nineveh because they were so wicked. And Jonah didn't want to go. In fact, he heads the opposite direction towards Tarshish, and that's on the other side of the Mediterranean. But God had other plans for him, because he made this huge storm come, and it threatened to destroy the ship that Jonah was trying to escape on. And when the other sailors realized that Jonah was fleeing from God, Jonah tells him to throw me over the boat, because he knows that God is angry with him. And he threw him over. So then God appoints this fish to swallow him up. And he did. And from inside the belly of the fish, Jonah pleads for his life. He calls out to God for help. He admits what he has done wrong, and he tells God that he remembers all that he's done for him. And he praises God. He vows that if he is saved, he will make good, and he will do what the Lord commanded him to do. And the fish spit him out onto dry land. Now, there's so much more to this book that I would love you to read. So I urge you, if you have a chance, it's not a very long book at all, but I urge you to read Jonah, because there's so much more to the story than this. But the whole point of verse 9 today is that God does answer our cries of distress. Even when we're guilty, if we ask for forgiveness and we give thanks to God, he will answer our cries of distress. Jonah was running away from God, but he cried out to God, and God delivered him. And after he praised God and he vowed to change, the answer that Jonah was praying for had effect. But God taught Jonah that he answers prayers so that thanksgiving will be given to him. Philippians 4:6 tells us, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And then we have Paul in 2 Corinthians 1:11 said, you must help us by prayer so that many will give thanks to God. Jonah, I can just imagine here, if Jonah, God was trying to teach him. It was like he was saying, I'm teaching you that in your cries of distress, I sent a fish to save you, and I had mercy on you, even though you were guilty. And I had mercy on you for so many different reasons, and I saved you just in the nick of time. And Jonah was filled with thanksgiving. So I strongly recommend, beg you, that when you are dealing with situations where you know that you have done wrong, you ask for forgiveness and you praise God. Praise God knowing that he is the one that can save you. And when he does, what do? We give thanks to him, and we make sure we shout it from the rooftops, and we tell others what God has done for us in our life. These actually, you never would have thought that these two scriptures would go so well together, but they truly do. Because this has been this whole month, we've been talking about being grateful to God, and it's important to remember that part of it. It's important to remember that part in our lives every single day. All righty, thank you so much for joining us. I should be on tomorrow morning before I head to church. Looks like there's 5 of you on this morning. Hi, who else is here this morning? I've got Melinda and Cynthia telling me they're here, but I'm not sure who else is here. Oh, and now we have 6 of you on. Let me know if you're here. Let me know what you thought of both of these scriptures from today. We have oh, Gayla, hello. And June, hello June, good to see you here. So yes, I hope that both of these scriptures have helped you in some way. We are going through troubles, right? There's something going on in all of our lives, but we just need to remember to be grateful to God. If you have not already purchased or gotten your Grateful, Thankful, Blessed devotional booklet. They're actually on sale right now. I think I have them on sale for $2.99, and they're brand new scriptures for December. Not scriptures, excuse me, brand new devotionals that you can, questions, prompts that you can make sure that you are asking these questions to yourself every day and then journaling about them. I actually made myself my own little second journal from it. This is my first one that I've been doing since July. And then this is my second one. It's the same journal, but this is the one from November. And I write down just real quickly, very quick, my question and my response to it. And it's all about being grateful, being thankful, and how we're blessed. But this is awesome. I'll put a link to that before that. Hello. Hi, Tina from Utah. Hey, Tina, I'm coming to Utah in January. Again, I love Utah. It's wonderful there. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm so glad you were here this morning on a Saturday morning. And I will be back on Sunday morning. I hope you have a very, very blessed day. And don't forget, if you're watching this on replay, type in replay and make sure you heart the video so we know you saw it. All righty. Thank you. Have a blessed day.